have watched the previous video, okay, we have already started with chapter number 1, right? Chapter is the leaf, and in that video I have already explained you what are the different parts of leaf, right? And what are the different function of leaf. Now, and here in this video I am going to explain you a few other topics, that is the parts of plants, okay, the main parts of plant, and also types of leaf, and what are the edges of the different types of edges of leaves, okay, and also few more information I am going to give you in this video, right? So let us start with the chapter. So as you can see, I have already mentioned the chapter name, and the topic what I am going to teach you is, you can see here I have drawn a diagram of a plant, okay, so it's a plant, small plant, and over here I am going to show you what are the different parts of plant, right? Now in class 3 you have already learned, in class 3 like in lower classes you have learned the plant has got different parts like leaves, buds, flower, root, okay. Now all these parts are divided into two main parts. What are they? The parts which are above the ground and the parts which are below the ground. Now over here you can see the parts which are above the ground, that is above the soil. So this from here till here, this part is known as shoot system. Now shoot system, what is shoot system? Shoot system are the parts of plant which are above the ground, okay. So I am going to write here fine. So what is shoot system? Shoot system is like are the parts of plant which are above the ground. It's a part of plant which is above the ground, and shoot system bears certain parts of plant, that is you can see here flower, bud, leaves, stem, branches, etc. It will also bear fruit also. Fruit also comes under shoot system, right? Then we come to the parts which is below the soil. Now what is it called? It is called from here to here. This part which is below the soil, it is called the root system. Okay, now what have we learned here? We have learned the two main parts of plant, which is shoot system and root system. What is shoot system? Shoot system is the part of plant which is above the ground, and root system is the part of plant which is below the ground. Now in case of root system, what are the parts? The parts are roots, and you will find root hairs also. Like if you very minutely if you observe, every root has got like fine thin like structure, okay. So that is called root hair. I can draw here, you can see here, these are the root hair. Root hair, okay. Now in shoot system you can see very well over here. Now if you recall the previous video, in the previous video I have already explained you the different parts of a leaf, okay, the various parts of a leaf, okay. Now over here you can see in this plant you can see the leaves are arising from certain point, okay. What is this point called? The leaves which arise, or the stem which arises from certain point, it is called the nodes. It's called nodes, okay. Now over here I will write here node because it's single. When there are many nodes, then we call it nodes, okay. When there are many nodes, then we call it nodes. Now over here there is one more term called internode. What is internode? First we try to understand what is node. Node is the place or a part from where the leaves are arising. Okay, over here you can see this stem is arising and it is called one more, like no, over here, from here again the leaves. Now this is the lamina. Now the distance between, the gap between the two nodes, this node and this node, okay, the gap between the two nodes is called the internode. Over here you can see this is one node and this one is another node. Alright, so there are two nodes. Fine. Now the gap between two nodes is known as, I will write here, internode. Now what is internode? Internode is the gap between the two nodes. Alright. And what is node? Node is the part or a place from where the leaves are arising. Fine. Now we come to the root. Now if you have noticed different plants, all the plants are not having same roots. Okay. If you see, just uproot one grass, bunch of grass, okay, with the root you try to uproot it. What you will see, the roots of grass is not same like the root of say for example like peepal tree. Okay, now if you find the peepal tree, you won't uproot the tree, but then when the peepal tree is in the form of plant, when you uproot that, and a grass, when you uproot both the plants, then you will find some difference between the roots of these two plants. What is the difference? Over here you see I have drawn, this is one type of root. Now this root has got one main root. This plant has got one main root, and from the main root the branches are arising. Okay. Now in this case, so here what we are trying to learn, we are trying to learn about the different types of roots. Okay. Now this is one type of root. And what did I tell you? I told that if you uproot a grass plant and you try to see the roots of the grass plant, you will find some difference. It will not be like this. Okay. So the grass plant will not have a main root. It will not have a main root. Rather it will have bunches of root. Okay. So you will not be able to make out where is the main root. So it has got many thin fiber-like structure which is arising from one point, and there are many. It's kind of like the bunch of roots. Okay. So I'm just drawing over here. So in case of grass plant, if you see, then the root will be like this. And in case of peepal tree, if you see, the root will be like this. Means it will have one main root which is called the primary root, and from the primary root you will see some more branches are arising which is called the secondary root. Okay. So let me write here. This type of root Now this type of root is called tap root. In tap root, what happens? In tap root there is one main root, and from the main root the branches are arising which are also known as secondary roots. Okay, so this is one type of root, and this one is another type of root which is called the fibrous root. And why is it called fibrous? Because you can see here there is no main branch, and from one point only there are so many fine branches, like fine thin like structure, fibers are arising, like the roots are arising. So they are called they are fibrous root. Okay, so what have we learned? We have learned about the two types of roots. One is taproot, where in taproot there is one primary root, and from the primary root there are many branches of roots are arising. They are also known as secondary root. And in case of fibrous root, there is no primary root, and you will find there are bunches of roots arising from one point. Okay, so these are the two types of roots. Now I have already explained you what are the main parts of plant. It is shoot system and root system. Then what is node and internode? Node is the point from where the leaves are arising. Okay. And what is internode? Internode is the gap between the two nodes. Okay. Now we move on to the next topic, which is if you see in your book, the different types of edges of leaves are also given, and the surface of leaves are also mentioned, that you can read out. Okay, then I will move to the next topic, which is the different types of leaves. Okay, now we come to the next topic, which is types of leaves. Okay, I think if you have noticed, I don't know whether you have noticed or not, but then you will find the types of leaves are also not same. Okay, like you will find like in case of mango leaves, okay, the leaves are of different types. In case of rose plant, the leaves are of different types. Fine. So we are going to identify the two types of leaves. There are two types of leaves basically. One is called simple leaf and another is compound leaf. Now what happens in case of simple leaf? In simple leaf, you can see here this plant. Now the lamina is arising from here, okay, and you can see the lamina is divided. Means what is lamina? You remember, lamina is the broad portion of the leaf, right? The leaf blade is also called the lamina. So over here, when the leaf arises from the node, then when the leaf is not divided, okay, when the lamina is not divided, okay, then it is called when lamina is not divided into leaflets. Now here you can see the lamina is divided into leaflets. So one lamina is having, you can see, many leaves. Fine. But you will find certain leaves where you will get only from one node, only one leaf is arising. And the lamina is not divided. So in this case, simple leaf, lamina is not divided. Over here it is divided, but there are certain plants where lamina is not divided. So that kind of leaf is called simple leaf. Understood? And the examples you will get in your book, it is mentioned, I think, mango, grapes. Okay, if you see, you can go outside and you can also notice the different types of leaves. Alright, outside in the sense, please do not go out of your home, but in your complex, if you have any tree or plant, you can, from the balcony also you can see, right? Okay, now we move to the next topic, that is the next type of leaf. One we have learned, that is simple leaf. What is simple leaf? Simple leaf, in simple leaf, lamina is not divided. Okay, and in compound leaf, it will be just the opposite. In case of compound leaf is the second. So I am writing down here. The next type of leaf is, okay. So the next type of leaf is compound leaf. In compound leaf, what is like I told you, in simple leaf lamina is not divided, whereas in case of compound leaf lamina is divided. Okay, and like no, from your book you can see the examples also. For example, like in case of this is this plant what I have drawn. This is a kind of compound leaf where you can see the lamina is divided. So from here supposed to be one leaf in case of simple leaf, but in this plant you can see one leaf, one lamina is divided into so many leaves, leaflets. Okay, so this is the next type of leaf, that is called uh, compound leaf. Okay, now based on this what I have explained you just now, I have given you certain assignment. I will be attached, I will attach the link. You can see from there, you can download that homework, and you will be doing this work in your bio copy, or if you have any rough copy at home you can do there also. And based on this, I think in your chapter also one exercise is given. Okay, I think that is in page number 11. So you will complete that exercise, and if you have any doubt, suppose you have not followed any point, any topic, you can write me in the comment box. I will definitely write the give you the answer as per my understanding, and whatever you have any doubt, you can write me in the comment box. Okay, till then, goodbye and take care. Bye bye.